welcome to Yoga Galactica. It is Tuesday, and thank you so much for joining us today. Feeling a little bit better. I was sure feeling off yesterday. Seems like, such an interesting ride we're on. I never really thought there'd be a time where I'd walk around and see so many humans wearing masks and gloves and driving in their car with masks and gloves, and it's just a very interesting. It's rattling at times. So I'm so happy to be here. I know you're not wearing a mask to do yoga or gloves. So I'm going to quickly share this on my Facebook page. I want to apologize for not getting back to anybody yesterday. I had to take a little time for myself and ground in. But I'm going to respond to everyone today. So I am going to attempt to quickly share this on my Facebook page, and then we're going to draw a unicorn card together, and we are going to get this party started. Siri will be in just a second. Let's see if I can find this post. If you're watching and you could also share, that would be amazing. Good morning, Crystal, Maya, Elena. Yeah, I'm glad I took a day too. I'm going to share this quickly on my page, and then I will get back to you. And I've done this a million times, but for some reason it's challenging for me, this technology. I'm so excited to have most of the women here joining me and a beautiful group of women on tomorrow night from 5 to 7 to discuss relationships in the time of Corona. And all women are welcome, or if you identify as a woman, you are welcome as well. Love to have you. It's going to be just a 15-minute ground-in, little breath exercise, and then we're going to jump into breakout rooms and be able to talk one-on-one or in groups of 3 or 4 and really have some time to discuss what's going on in our worlds and maybe help each other, support each other. There won't be any coaching, and you can ask for feedback, but otherwise people aren't even going to give you feedback unless you ask. Here's Siri. I'll let him talk for a minute, and then we'll draw a card.
All right. Good morning, world, family, friends, tribe. Again, we just want to express our immense gratitude that you're tuning in with us. I've said it many times, but doing these quick shifts throughout this quarantine, shelter in place, has really kept us sane. It gives us a little bit of a firm schedule, even though I know we come in a couple minutes late, but every day anchors us in for one thing to really do, even though, like I've also said before, I do have some non-negotiables in my day, and maybe I'll just talk about that. What are things for you in your day that are non-negotiables, that must happen? There's not a should I do this, it's I'm doing this, it's just a matter of when. A few of those things for me are my morning meditation, and oftentimes that is paired with a little exercise routine, and it's little, it's not, I'm not like breaking a massive sweat, I'm not, I am getting my heart rate up, but it's enough just to like get my blood pumping. I do a little breathing exercise to prime and condition the lungs, and then the meditation to me is actually the most important part, because the science behind what's going on with the neurochemistry in meditation is fascinating. But even just closing your eyes for a few short minutes and bringing a mindfulness to your breath, your body, your awareness, everything around you, that can increase the dopamine, the serotonin, it reduces the stress hormones. It is amazing. So that's one of my non-negotiables. Another one is I also do a little mid-afternoon check-in right around 2 to 3 o'clock. And again, that has a little more kundalini stuff going on. There's a meditation aspect to it, but that's about 10 to 15 minutes. Cold shower. I don't start the shower cold. I start the shower warm because I like to clean my body in warm water, but I always finish it cold. And I'm telling you, if you have never experienced a cold shower, like a true cold shower, not just cold water where you're like, but like where your body's in it, you can just let the water run all over your body, your head, every part of your body, and you get out, you feel alive. Your body is tingling. Every cell of your body is vibrating.
Mike has a question for you about that.
Okay, what's the question,
He's wondering,
Mike?
when you take the cold showers, do you keep your head under the water for much of it?
Not much of it, but for some of it, because part of the science behind the cold water is when our skin temperature is cold, our body naturally pushes blood out to the extremity. Oh, Bella. She has an offering for the yogis today. Bella, thank you, but we'll put this on the altar. Bella brought this for everyone today. Very sweet, very kind. What happens is the body starts to push blood out to the extremities to keep the extremities warm, and what happens in that process is it increases the circulation. All the blood from the internal organs pushes outwards, and you get this amazing detoxifying effect. Of course, it also is like a nervous system reset. The cold water helps with brown fat cells, which are really important in the body. I don't have all the science just locked into my head right now, but I know that cold water exposure, there's a lot of science behind how powerful it is. And oftentimes when it's hot like this, sometime around like 7 or 8, I'll do another like a 1-minute cold shower. I'll just jump in, get wet, get cold, and it'll just start my whole evening off just right. So what are some of your non-negotiables throughout your day?
People said the quick shift, and Mike said you should do the full cold, including washing, etc. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, I've done that. I have. But there's, warm water is good too. Like hot water is actually really good. And a really good practice is to go from hot to cold, so you can cycle that. You can get like hot, almost to the point where you can't handle it, and then all the way cold, and just like, and that actually creates even more of that flushing effect.
And yeah, can I add something to that?
Of course.
And also, when you're living with someone like Siri, and you're a super competitive person, and just like I don't know, my brain's just weird and whacked right now and always. So I do the warm shower, and then I slowly turn it down, Amy. I slowly turn it down to as cold as I could stand, to where I can breathe still, because you never want to be like holding your breath in it. You want to make sure that you're taking long, just very slow, deep breaths in the shower, so that you're not clenching up or tightening up. And I just do as much as the best that I can do, and that's it. I try not to think of this is the way it has to be done. I just do the most that I can, the most that makes me feel comfortable. And some days it's really good, and some days it's not so great, because Siri's in the shower doing it like Lamaze style. I hear him breathing. It sounds like he's giving birth.
Well, yeah, once the cold water kicks in, I have to take some deep breaths. But it's better to take like big deep breaths than like clench up and not stop breathing.
Yeah. And also, and I think we've said this many times, but no Wim Hof breath in water at all. Make sure that you're not doing that in water. You can do it beforehand and then jump in the shower, and that's I think a really great way to do it, but no Wim Hof in water. And we watched an interesting documentary last night called Planetary. Siri watched it through his eyelids, but I ended up watching the entirety of it, and people, this earth connects us in so many ways, and one of the main things one thing that they were talking about is how important breath is, because when you do breath work, you're connected to yourself. When you deeply connect to yourself, you are able to connect to this earth and to others. And it's interesting because I notice a lot of times when we get to the breath work, a lot of the watchers fall off, and it seems like so simple, and we're just sitting here, both sitting, hitting the gong or the drum in the bowl and breathing. But that part of this practice is really why we wanted to do it was
Yeah.
so that you could experience the Wim Hof breath, because it is so important right now to be connected to you so that you can be your best. Mike says, if anyone else wants to chat about this topic offline, please reach out. I think cold showers are pretty much the most powerful practice there is.
One of them.
That and breath work,
Yeah.
and there's a few other things, but for sure, I mean, cold water exposure has so many benefits. And if you feel like it, I know, Jenny, you and me, breath is everything. Breath work saved my life. Like, that's my jam. And that's the thing, too. All humans are so darn different. Find what works for you and do that.
And then keep pushing the envelope a little bit.
Yes, breath is medicine. It is such deep medicine, and it's inside of each one of us. We just need to tap into it, and it is a gift from this earth. Breath, air.
Boom.
And it connects all of us. Yes. So yesterday I pulled a card, but I was just feeling kind of wonky. I'll tell you what it was. It was abundance. Today I just shuffled the deck, and what jumps out? Prosperity.
Woo!
So let's see.
Let's get those stimulus checks, yo!
Let's see what this unicorn card has to say. It says, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. That's a big one. This unicorn brings news of a financial blessing. A period of good fortune is opening up for you. If your flow of money has felt blocked recently, this is a sign that abundance is returning to your life. If you've been working towards an increase in your income, it's a sign that your breakthrough will be happening soon. Let go of any worry or impatience, as this will only slow down your supply. Instead, imagine the money you desire is already in your bank account, and feel the way you would if you already had plenty to spend, save, and share. And that's so important. Let yourself feel relaxed, relieved, happy, grateful, and excited regardless of the numbers in front of you. Trust that these good feelings and positive expectations will help activate your prosperity more than any fear will, and that is very true. As you focus on your new financial reality, follow your guidance on taking action, whether it's organizing your accounts, asking for a raise, or creating a new project in your business. Work on clearing any limiting blocks or beliefs about wealth, so you can create a clear channel through which funds can manifest. The divine is your source of financial prosperity. It is time for you to open up your flow and receive. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, and this can be a very challenging one right now, especially in this wild time that we're in, just believing that the universe has you, and really like going into your creative mind. And even if you feel like an idea is stupid, or whenever I have an idea that's worth doing, the doubt that comes up in my mind is unprecedented. That's not what I meant to say. Unprecedented, right? My brain's not fully there. The doubt that comes up in my mind is huge, and it always like stops me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm a small town girl. I have no right doing this. I should not be leading. Like all these things come into my head, and that's pretty much when I know that I should do it. So what I do is, instead of thinking about, that's not true, I do think about the end as well, but I try to just take the very first step and get moving towards my goal, kind of shut my brain off and just go. And then also, any money that comes into your life in any way, bless it, thank it. And really, if focus on being abundant. Anytime we're focusing on that state of lack, we're bringing that into our lives. So it's really important to focus on the abundance that we each have, because we do, each of us that is watching has a home, has food, has water, has all these things. And it's important to recognize what a gift and a blessing that is. So anything else you wanted to say on that?
Yeah, one of the key things about manifesting, specifically with prosperity, abundance, or anything you want in your life, is as you're visualizing it, and this kind of touches on the secret, you need to create that vision in your mind of what you want, and you need it to be so clear. But the extra key that a lot of people miss, they didn't miss it in this one, is that instead of thinking about it as it's a future thing, you need to think about it and feel into it as though it's happening in this moment. That collapses time and space. So if you're thinking about it, I want to have money in the future, that's always sometime that is not now.
Yeah.
You need to feel as though you have it right now. And that's a little hard sometimes to wrap your head around.
Especially right now.
Yeah, but then also match that with the state of gratitude. A lot of you, we've shared and turned on to Dr. Joe Dispenza. And if you listen to his book, Becoming Supernatural, man, the science behind when you match what you want to bring in with a state of gratitude and a positive emotion, that's when it really creates that magnetism to draw into your life.
Yeah.
So instead of for example, if you're thinking about the prosperity, but somehow in your body there's a scarcity feeling going on, like, this is what I really want, oh, but I don't have it right now, how am I ever going to get it? That is going to send a mixed message out to the universe. You need to visualize it, see it, feel it, and then be so grateful for it and so happy and joyful and how you'd feel with that. And that's how you really magnify it in, and it works. Don't try to use your monkey mind to figure out how it's going to come in or where it's going to come from, because the universe is not linear. The universe is circular and spiraling, and things come in so many different ways. And so really matching that intention and that vision with a positive emotion: love, joy, ecstasy, gratitude.
Boom.
All
So
right.
yeah, welcome Mimi, Julian. So glad to have you here. Jenny, love you. Amy, Mike. There's so many more people. Gretchen, good morning. Renata.
Yeah, everybody.
Amy, Crystal, Elena. So good to have everyone here, and let's get shifted.
Beautiful. So if you're just joining us for the very first time, the best way to experience this transmission is to plug into some speakers. You can amplify the audio. The audio is the most important part. Of course, you can have your video or device set up so you can see what we're doing, but we're going to guide you with our voices. Plus, we have all these amazing instruments that really help with the whole experience. So take a second, plug your device into some speakers, amplify it through a Bluetooth stereo, and then find your spot, your sacred spot for you to practice. Wherever you are, your home, your living room, your office, outdoors, on the beach, in Mars, wherever you may be right now, take some time, set your space, come seated, cross the legs. If you need to, use a pillow underneath your hips for a bolster, something to sit on, or you can even lean against a wall, a chair, a backrest, whatever you need to, so you can keep that spine tall. And now I invite you to close your eyes. And in this space, let's just take 3 slow, deep breaths. So through the nose, take a nice big inhale. Hold momentarily right at the top. Feel that little bit of pressure swelling in the lungs. And then through a small round mouth, we're going to exhale it out, push the breath out. And again, deep, slow inhale, bring it down into the belly, let the belly be soft. Come down all the way into the lower lungs, hold at the top briefly for just a moment. And then through a small round mouth, powerfully exhale. One more time, slow breath. And as you take this breath in, I'd like you to begin to visualize your intention. See it, feel it, bring it in. Imagine as though it's already with you and happening, and be so grateful and in love with that intention. And then you're going to exhale the breath out. We take the hands, we begin to rub them together, create some heat, some friction. And as we do this, we're activating all the nerve endings in the palms. Beautiful. comfortable, then bring the hands into the chest, prayer position, thumbs touch into the chest, heart center. And as we breathe here, slow and smooth with the eyes closed, sitting in this space with your intention flowing through your body, your blood, every cell within you, around you. Just take a nice big inhale. And imagine you're pressing your intention into your body. Whatever that is, love, joy, prosperity, connection, relationship. And then as you exhale, let that chin fold into the chest. And as you turn inward here, we're now going to take this precious moment to honor our bodies, our physical body, all that we've been through. Thank your bones, thank your skin, thank your blood, thank your organs, thank your heart, thank your mind, thank your eyes, thank every single part of you that creates this dynamic, bio-human, living organism. We are so blessed to be here on this planet in these bodies. And let's now give back to the earth, thanking her for being our home. And let's really focus on creating a sustainable place for all of us to live, where we give back just as much as we take, and give back even more to create a beautiful home and environment for generations of thousands of years to come. And then extending this gratitude to all of our teachers and mentors and all of those that have shared with us throughout the years, the ages, so we may be able to practice today. What a blessing. And take a nice big inhale, sit up tall. And here we hold this gratitude full, the intention, all the love, all the prayers. And then send it out. Let the hands float down by the sides. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms, reach out, reach up. Connect the palms above the head. Imagine you're reaching to the sky. And as you exhale, hands float down the center of the body, all the way back down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms, reach out, reach up. Reach with the left arm, reach with the right arm, reach with the left. Gentle stretch, left and right. Imagine you're reaching up towards a piece of fruit hanging from a tree right above you, just out of reach. Left and right. Keep that breath going. Left and right. Good. Now connect the palms above the head. And as you exhale, imagine you're pulling your intention into your body. An extra level of activation for you right here. And we would do this one last time. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. This time imagine you're reaching for the sun. And imagine right now you have the sun in between your palms, in your hands, and you're going to bring that down all the way into the body. And imagine you're pulling the light and the energy of the sun into your body, illuminating every cell, removing any shadows, and just bringing light everywhere. Now, take your right arm, stretch it out to your side, and you're going to come down to your elbow and then stretch the left arm up and over the head. This is going to give us a really nice stretch through the lower spine and the left hip. And take 3 deep breaths here. And then inhale, left arm up, right arm up. Float down to the left elbow, right arm up above the head. Keep your right hip and sit bone attached down to the earth. And then stretch that left arm past the head. 3 deep breaths. Good. Inhale, left arm up. Come back up to center, and we're going to roll up and over the legs into a tabletop position as we begin our first dynamic exercise, cat-cow. So you want a nice solid base here. Spread the fingers wide. Knees are directly underneath the hips. On an inhale, tilting the chin up, articulating the lower spine, down, arching the back. And as you exhale, we round, tuck the hips, tuck the chin, curve the spine, and we continue. Inhale, up, exhale, round. Inhale, up, exhale, round. Inhale, up, exhale, round. Good, keep going. Try to let the breath come in and out of the nose, nice and smooth. And at first here, it's important to go nice and slow. Our bodies, we're still warming them up. There's no rush. This is not a race or a competition. In fact, it's a deepening of the connection of you and your body which will in turn connect you deeper to this world and everything around you. Good. Now we're going to go for one more minute. So this is where I invite you to increase the breath, increase the movement. Take it from first or second gear all the way up to third or fourth gear and really lock in. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. That's it, 30 seconds. Really focus in. You got it. Last 15 seconds. If you feel it, take it up one more notch. You got it. Together, deep inhale, tilt the chin up. Hold the breath, squeeze navel, squeeze root lock. And exhale, round in the opposite direction. Curve the spine, hold the breath out. And deep inhale, come back to center. And exhale. Good. We're just going to step the feet forward into a forward fold here on our mats. And in this position, just let the whole upper body hang loose. Let those knees be softly bent as you just sway your body left and right. And we open up through the backs of the legs. We decompress the lower spine. This is another one of my most fundamental exercises where you just breathe. Let those legs open up. Good. Now, bring those feet just hip width apart, both pointing directly forward. Press them down, and on an inhale, we're going to roll the spine up. Sweep the arms up in the same motion. Connect the palms above the head. Exhale, hands float down the center line of the body. And we continue. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold, stretch, reach, lengthen. Good. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll the spine up. And we take it slow. Feeling all the bones aligning in the body. Connect the palms above the head. Exhale, lower down. Good. Now we're going to get these legs activated, part of the core of the body. So important to do leg muscle building exercise to strengthen these quads, our support system, our glutes, our hips, our spine, all of it here. So we've done this before. We're going to do some yogic squats. Look down at your feet. Your feet are parallel to each other, just about hips width distance or a little bit wider. We're going to start here with the deep inhale, and then you're going to exhale, lower the hips back behind you. Imagine you're trying to sit on a bench. That's just out of your reach. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale. We articulate here at the hips first, and the knees bend naturally. Good. Keep the spine tall. Keep the chest lifted. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Keep going. As you lower down, really feel those glutes pushing out and engaging. Feel these quads engaging up. And just ever so slightly push your hips forward. Good. Exhale down. Inhale up. 20 more seconds. glutes, a little squeeze right at the top. 10 seconds, here we go. For these last 5, pulse at the bottom. So drop, pulse, inhale up. Down, pulse, inhale up. 3 more. 1, 2. Last one. Exhale down, pulse, inhale up. And exhale it out. Just shake out. Shake out the legs. The shoulders bounce up and down. Take the hands above the head and just jump up and down slightly. 1 inch. Jump, 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 jump. Shake. And then come standing tall. And here in this position, we're going to take some long, deep breaths. In fact, bring your feet about 1.5 width of your hips apart, maybe 2. And let the knees bend slightly, and we come into a little modified horse stance. So knees are slightly bent, hips are tucked up and in, pelvis is rotated up and in. Let the palms face forward, or even in Qigong, you can create a little energy ball with the arms making a circle right at the dantian, just below the navel point, and we take 5 slow, deep breaths. Inhale and shake it out. Just begin to give your body a little bit of tapping, slapping, crossing, shoulders, chest. Tap on the belly, the hips, the glutes, the legs. Tap it all down, all the way down to the feet. Tap, 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 tap. Up the belly, up the chest. Tap down the arms, the other arms. Very gently tap on the head, the back of the head, the forehead, the chin, the jaw, the throat. Beautiful. So we're going to work on a little bit of balance here right now. So look down at your feet, and we're going to shift first into the right foot. So make sure that foot is pointing directly forward ahead of you. And now take your left foot and start to extend it all the way out to the side till you're just on your tippy toe, just like this. Your hands, you're going to bring them out about a foot from the side of your body. And then you're slowly going to raise that left foot off the ground a few inches. This is a great place to begin to build those stabilizing muscles in the body. Keep your spine tall, keep your chest lifted. And now we're getting ready. If this is enough of a balancing exercise for you, stay here. But if you like, you can bend that left knee and bring it up into tree pose. So bring that left foot to the inside of the right thigh. The left knee floats out. And now we stand tall. Hands, either keep them out here, bring them to the heart center. You can even bring them above the head for full tree. 3 slow, deep breaths. It helps to focus your gaze at one spot that's not moving, as well as gently clinching the earth with your feet. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, slowly release. And just a little shake, a little wiggle. And then we get ready to switch sides. So look down at your left foot. Make sure that foot is pointing directly forward. Hands come out to the sides. Begin to walk that right foot out till you're on that toe. Get all your weight into your left foot. And when you're ready, begin to lift that right foot off the ground ever so slightly. And now we begin to breathe slow and smooth. And this might be enough of a balancing exercise for you, and that's fine. Just stay here, breathe. You can let the body gently move left and right to feel yourself stabilizing. And then you're going to bend the right knee if you want to take it a little further. Bring that right foot to the inside, very high up into the thigh for tree pose. And again, first find your balance here. No need to rush. Take your hands either to the heart center, up above the head into a wide V, like your arms are tree branches reaching up towards the sky, the sun. 3 deep breaths. Inhale up. Exhale, release. One more time, little bounce. Shake it out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold, stretch, reach, lengthen. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, place the hands down. Come all the way into plank position. Deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, push up into cobra. Elbows are slightly bent. Tilt the chin up to the sky. Gently snake the body left and right. And then exhale, come floating all the way onto the belly. And we're going to come floating down onto our backs. Great job. Take just about 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths here as we prepare for some powerful, potent breath work. And again, if you've stuck with this so far, this is your gift right now to do these couple rounds of Wim Hof breath that are life-giving, revitalizing.
Yeah. Good job, everyone. So already doing these exercises, feeling connected to your body, feeling connected to yourself, and in turn feeling connected to the earth that's holding you and to everyone that is going through this experience with you. So let's jump into the breath work. We're going to be doing 40 to 50 powerful breaths in and out through the mouth. Deep, powerful inhale, soft exhale. It's the Wim Hof breath. You want to be laying down, and it sounds like this. us, lay down on the ground or on your couch. Let's get shifted. Powerful inhale, soft exhale. The Wim Hof breath. This was a pivotal point in my life when I realized so much of what I needed was inside of me, waiting to be tapped into. And it's inside of you too. So just breathe as powerfully as you can. The deepest inhale you can take and a very soft exhale. And that's all you have to do is breathe with intention. And if you want to give a little something extra, put a word on each breath. Love, healing, compassion, immunity, connection, whatever it is, abundance that you're wanting to bring in, let that word dance on each breath. Beautiful job, yogis. All right, halfway there. See if you can breathe even deeper on this second half. And if there's someone in your life right now that's going through a struggle that could really use this shift, maybe offer this last half to them. Breathe into their body, sending them love, letting them know that you're there, supporting them energetically. Good. Testing yourself, breathing with intention, breathing with passion and love into your body, giving back to the most important person in your life. Bravo, yogis. Yes. All right, 10 more. Even if you're just joining us, lay down on the ground, lay on your couch, do this last 10. Powerful inhale, soft exhale. Good. Let's do 5 more. Breathing to the tips of your fingers and toes, healing your body. Now deep inhale. Hold the breath, begin to squeeze fingers, toes, tighten the whole body. Sipping a little more. And exhale all the breath out, 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 out. And you're going to hold that breath out. And as you hold this breath out, all you need to do is relax. How deeply can you allow your body to relax? Are you holding tension anywhere that needs to be released? See if you can get 5 to 10% more relaxed right now. This is a time for you to receive. All of the energy you've put into breathing is now going to be taken to wherever it's needed in the body to heal, to strengthen, to shift, to revitalize. And all you need to do is just enjoy this gift that you've given yourself. Whenever you need to, take that powerful deep inhale. And you're going to hold that breath in. And again, relax the body. This might be the one time throughout your whole day, besides when you're sleeping, that you're fully relaxed with no distractions. So just allow yourself to melt down onto this earth. Try sipping in a little more breath through the mouth. Holding that, squeezing it around, relaxing into it. How long can you hold this breath in? This flood of oxygen onto this earth, through your mat, through the wood, the rocks, the cement, the gravel, the sand, down to the core of this earth. The earth energy that is you. So together, let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold that breath for 3, 2, 1. Open the mouth. Relax. Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about your despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Feeling connected to your body, to your breath. Feeling connected to the earth. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Stretch your arms up and over your head. Reach right, reach left. Just imagine you're waking up right now. Rub your hands together, maybe even rub your feet together. Stimulate the thousands and thousands of nerve endings in the fingers and toes. And then gently draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a huge hug. Tell yourself, I love you. Thank you for coming to the mat to give back to the most important person in the world, you. And you can either lean, roll over to the right and gently push your body up, or you can rock up and down on your mat, eventually bringing yourself up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. So as you come seated, nice and tall with the eyes closed, let's rub the palms, fingers, knuckles, create some friction, stimulate the nerve endings in the hands. And as you exhale, coming back to stillness. Breathing this precious air. Every breath is such a gift. Let's take a moment to bless the space that holds you today as you practice. And we'll bless up the space shift. So just really honoring this space that's holding you safe throughout this time. Deep inhale. And sending this space a blessing. Let's take a moment to send a prayer of love and gratitude to all the workers on the front line of this pandemic, all the people that are risking their lives to save others, giving their all day after day. What a gift they are to this world, now and always. So take a deep inhale and sending them some love. And now I'd like you to focus on someone in your life, someone that you know who's possibly going through a struggle. And take the energy of this collective sitting right here, right now. Let's take a deep inhale. Think about what it is they could use. Focus on that person, sip in more breath. And humbly from the heart, sending them what you think would really help them in this time. Bow your chin to your chest. We take this first moment to bow to this great planet, Mama Gaia, Pachamama. Thank you for providing all we need to thrive. Thank you for giving to each being without judgment, with love. And with our heads bowed, we make a pact and a promise to always think of you, to give back to you, to do everything we can to be protectors of this planet. Send the earth some love. And next we bow to our teachers, our mentors, our guides, our guardian angels, our ancestors who prayed that this earth would be safe and sound for us, and who really paved the path for us to be here today, and now that's our job. But bowing to all those who have helped you along this path of life, whether it be friend, family member, loved one, animal, whoever that is, take a moment to honor them now. And last, bow to you, the warrior that shows up, that has the courage, even when it's challenging, to come to your mat, to give back to the most important person in your life. A person sitting right here, right now, who thinks of the big picture, not doing things only for themselves, but putting themselves first so they can then be in service to others. You are a gift. Know that. Bow to your health and your body's ability to heal. Bow to your journey, all that it's taken to make you who you are. Send yourself some love. Satnam.
Satnam.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Aho.
Aho.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you so much, yogis, for joining us today. It is such a gift to have you here. I'm trying to find the video right now so I can respond to you because somehow it got lost. We love you so much, and it is always a gift to practice with you, to share these practices that have changed our lives. So thank you for joining us for this quick shift. We will be practicing again tonight at 7:30 for our longer version of class, and we'd love to have you there as well. Tomorrow night from 5 to 7, I'm hosting a women's circle. It's all about relationships in the time of Corona, and it's something that I personally really needed to talk to my sisters about, is just how you're doing. How are your relationships going? You know, what are the great things that are happening, and what are the things that are challenging us? And maybe we can work together to figure out some ideas on how to move forward with love, with kindness. And I really look forward to having you. If you don't know about it, I'll post it on this page so you can join. And my brother Lester is also hosting a men's circle. That will be Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. We're trying to get him to shift that date so we can also do yoga on Thursday night. But we'd love to have you all join us. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you know, one thing that is just essential to my day is getting out in nature. The flowers smell so beautiful. You get to see birds, butterflies, and just breathe in the clearest, cleanest air that LA's experienced for a while. So even if it's in your neighborhood, get out, go take a walk, and enjoy it. These classes are all for you as a gift. If you feel inclined to donate, you're welcome to do that. We appreciate donations always, but it is not something that you have to do. So just know that. Focus on your abundance, your prosperity, and if you do give, make sure you're giving from that place of abundance. You can PayPal us, yogagalactica@gmail, or Venmo, which is @yogagalactica. So with that being said, Gretchen, thank you so much. Mike, thank you so much. Yes, Lester Circle's amazing. Jenny, thank you. Julian, thank you. Gia, Maya, Elena, Renata, Mimi, let's see, I know I'm missing some people. Amy, Renata, we love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we look forward to seeing you soon.